Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Software Inc. Alpha 9. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because here at Nerdsoft Studios, things are going pretty darn well, if I do say so myself. We're currently working on a whole bunch of things. We're currently marketing a whole bunch of things, including Kingdom Tycoon, which is currently making about $1 million a month, which is a bit more than expected from Kingdom Tycoon. I wasn't certain that it would make all that much, but it's doing okay. Unfortunately, we are having some slight issues with support on Vision 3 Edition 2, so we might want to look into doing something about that. I'd also like to take a moment and just have a little look at my insurance policies, actually, because I want to make sure that we haven't had any other leaders other than Marlon Holt leave, and we absolutely haven't. We had Vern Gill retire last month, August of 2015, after 26.25 years, which is kind of nuts, actually. Now let's go ahead and sort by release dates there, because I want to just have a look at my general profits. Squareface 3, thus far, £8.1 million. Kingdom Tycoon, still not made a profit. The OS 7 has made a profit, but not as much as I'd like. Wave 10, of course, making £66 million. We're very close to a profit on Digital Desk, and Vision 3 Edition 2 is just, it's just not selling. It's just making no money. It's making nothing, so I'm not going to worry about Vision 3 Edition 2. We're looking towards the future anyway. That's what we're doing. We're looking towards the future, because we are gearing up for the launch of NS Dimensions. I say we're gearing up for it. It's 6 years away. So saying that we're gearing up for the launch of NS Dimensions is a little bit generous. But with that said, we are gearing up for the launch of Bug Blocker 8 in March of 2016. We have Vertex releasing finally in December of 2016. We have Taskmaster in August of 2016, we have Cashbook in April of 2016, and we have Nano 2 in July of 2016. There is a lot of stuff coming out in 2016, a lot of stuff, which kind of has me thinking that getting another marketing team might not be a terrible idea, because we do have two marketing teams that are very good at what they do, but they are marketing a lot of things. If we have a look at managed teams and go to marketing, they have 23 jobs. They are marketing 20, possibly hyping as well, I will admit. There is going to be a degree of hype to all of that as well. But they are working on 23 different projects. So I sort of feel like just getting more marketers might not be a terrible idea. The problem is we don't really have all that much room for it. I'm very tempted to go for a space sort of like this, like what we did here with Customer Support 2, and throw something like that into a building like this one, because that will fit on this building and would be pretty good, I suppose, for marketing. Alternatively, I mean, I could grab a couple of studios like this. If I grab that floor, for example, that might be an idea. Yeah. You know what? I wanna grab this floor. So give me this, select the floor. We'll go into build mode. We're gonna just copy it across to the top of this building, which is there. I'm gonna rotate, and we're gonna try and get it nice and central, which I do believe is there. So that, unfortunately, doesn't have the elevators lining up at all. I'm not entirely sure how to make this work, to be honest. Didn't really think about the access to the floor at all, which is kind of an issue. Let's figure this one out. I guess I can get a couple of elevators in there, but it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to do. But I think, you know what? Maybe we'll delete that floor and we'll figure something else out for the market. No, you know what? That's fine. It's fine. We need marketing, so we're getting marketing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move those two lights there and there. And by move, I mean delete. Then the elevators are going to go there and there. And that lines up. Yes, this hallway is not very cramped, but honestly, we have marketing, and that's kind of what I want. So let's just have a look. What's up with this room? Employees won't use toilets in public. Oh, really? That seems like a new thing. That actually seems like a new thing. So they won't use toilets anywhere like on those floors. That's really interesting. I feel like that's not been in the game this whole time. It might have been, and I might just be an idiot. But I do feel like that's not always been a thing. So let's just delete all those windows. And that's fine. They'll use those toilets. Anywhere else having some trouble with the bogs? What have we got? What's the problem in here? Temperature will vary a lot in this room. Is there any reason for that? Or is it just going to be like too cold? Because it could be. It could just be like, yeah, it just needs another radiator. There we go. So let's go down through this building. So what have we got? You can't access those rooms. That's totally fine. Let's look at the other buildings and just make sure there's no toilets that have giant windows, so it becomes a spectacle rather than a bit of a private matter. No, I think we're pretty good with the bathrooms at this point. So this is going to be a new marketing room. So let's go to the live mode. Let's go to manage teams, and we want to sort by name, and we're going to get marketing 4. So marketing number 4. We'll add the team. How many chairs are in this room as well? That's another question. So if we go to select furniture types, 28. Beautiful. So we're going to get 28 new marketers. So give this to marketing 4. We can turn off the room labels. Well, actually, I'll leave them on for a second because I want to head over here and make sure that marketing 4 actually has an office as well for the leader. So marketing 4 leader is going to be in there. We can go ahead to hire employees because we're going to want to get a leader for the team. We're going to search for everything as we usually do, spend a bunch of money doing it, and sort by skill. So 100% is pretty good, but you'll retire in a few years. You're 39 years old. Hiram Becker. So you are going to be hired for marketing 4. There we go. You are pessimistic and an introvert. That could be interesting as a team leader, but we'll see how that goes. Let's head over to marketing 4 then and go to employees, go to you, educate in HR management, and also change your role to team leader. Beautiful. We're getting so much done already. I feel like I'm not rambling all that much today. I should fix that. Or maybe I shouldn't. So marketing 3 doesn't currently have... Oh, marketing... I never did anything with marketing 3, did I? Enable. There we go. So marketing 3 is actually going to be working as well. Apparently, I totally forgot to do anything with that. Where is marketing 3? It's marketing 3's there, right? Yeah, so marketing 3's there. I never did anything with them, though. So that's going to be filled up, which is nice. And that is 14 desks. So yeah, we're going to get 14 new marketers for marketing 3, which I'm very excited about. We can go into... I'm going to need to go into all of these and say that marketing is... Oh, I have an idea. What if we did pre-marketing with marketing 1 and 3? And then we did post-marketing with marketing 2 and 4. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea. So 2 and 4 do post, and then 1 and 3 do the pre. I like that idea. It's just unfortunate that this is going to take a little while to go through and fix. So 1 and 3 do that one, and then 2 and 4 on that one. So let's go through all of these and change up the marketing a little bit. Okay, so the marketing teams are doing their thing, except for marketing 3 in there, who are going to be doing nothing until a new piece of software releases. But they are all assigned marketing 1 and 3 will be doing pre-marketing, 2 and 4 will be doing post-marketing. Jody Farmer has retired. Jody Farmer was an artist of 26.25 years here at the company, and also just got over £500,000 from retirement. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to, like I've said before about the insurance policies, but it'd be nice to retire from a company and be handed £500,000. It's like, hey, thanks for working for us for, you know, a quarter of a century. Here's £500,000 in one go. Go buy a Ferrari or something. That'd be the worst way to spend your money as well, wouldn't it? Like going and buying a Ferrari or something, because then you blow half of it on the car. And you're left with, well, half of it. It's still a lot of money, you know, quarter of £1 million. Still a lot of money, but I think I'd still rather have the £500,000. anyway. You know, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I'd rather have a Ferrari or not, or if I'd like to not have a Ferrari. Literally does not matter. What we're going to do, ladies and gents, is we're going to just skip forward into time a little bit. We're going to get up to March of 2016, so we can get the release of Bug Blocker 8 on the go, because I'm curious to see how that's going to do. And then, like I've said, 2016, big year. We have a lot of things going on. I didn't miss anything. March has that, then April has that, then July has that. Yeah, 2016, big year. So I would like to just take a moment, because I've just noticed that last month, Battlefield made £9 million. It's currently made £91 million, with 1.4 million active users, which is ridiculous. Like, that's a lot of people. We are over a year since that game released, and it's still making 9 million a month, which is honestly just sort of crazy. The reason I caught that was because I was having a look in here at the printing, because the printers were getting backed up. We currently have like 4.3 million units of Nerdbox 2 in stock, with another 1.2 million in storage. Nerdbox 2 made 4 million last month, but I don't think it's going to sell another 4.3 million copies. Well, it's going to sell, it could potentially sell more than that. I don't think we need to keep printing Nerdbox 2. I'm going to be honest, I don't think we need to keep printing Battlefield. We probably don't need to keep printing any of these, to be honest. Have we ever had anything, I mean, this sold 4.5. Oh, you know what? Wave 10 might need more units in stock, because this did sell 4.5 million copies. The highest amount of copies sold was 7.3 on something I didn't release. The highest amount of copies sold in something I released was 4.7 million. So maybe we hold off, maybe we should be alright. I'll just have to keep a close eye on all of that. A lot of people retired there though, so I just want to have a quick look. Yeah, a bunch of people retired in one go there. Fair enough, that's totally okay. Anyway, let's get to March so we can have a look at Bug Blocker. Well, it's March, which means that Bug Blocker is about to release. Bug Blocker 8. I'm actually kind of curious to see how the previous one did, because I do not remember. Bug Blocker 7 was good. It made 5.7 million. It made 15,000 last month. 100,000 units sold is not amazing, to be honest. We could certainly do with more units of that being sold. So hopefully this new one is going to be a step in the right direction. I'd like the quality to be better as well, if I'm honest. It would be it'd be just super if we could get the quality of Bug Blocker 8 to be that bit better. I'd also like to take a moment and just go to deals, because we have a bunch of hosting deals in here, which we can absolutely take. We can take some print jobs as well. 2.7 million copies by December. No problem, buddy. Let's take that and get it done. We can print 3.9 million copies by October. Sure, let's take that as well. That might hurt my reputation if I don't get it done, but we'll not worry too much about it. My reputation will probably be okay. Got a couple more of these hosting jobs as well. Another hosting job just there as well. Oh boy, these hosting jobs really do keep the company afloat. So, Bug Blocker 8 should be releasing. It still hasn't. Hopefully it will. There was something else I wanted to do, and it has completely slipped my mind. It wasn't... can I do pre-printing on this? No, because it will... It does physical copies. It orders 500,000 physical copies, but it doesn't let me start printing. So I need to do that manually. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing to note. Bug Blocker 8 better not miss its release window here, gentlemen. It looks like it's gonna miss its release window. It did. It is now April. That's a bit worrying. So Cash Book has been released. Bug Blocker 8 hasn't. So Cash Book is on track What? Okay, that's actually slightly worrying. Cashbook cost less than $1 million to make, which is good. This is also our first financial CMS, so I'm curious to see how that does. It might do a brilliant job. I'm fairly sure that doesn't need ported, does it? Does it? I have no idea. No, okay. So Cashbook is fine. I am actually really concerned that Bug Blocker is just sat there. Dev 2 should be working on this. Oh, okay, so Bug Blocker released a month late. That's not good. Bug Blocker 8 actually did cost less than 600,000 to make. Both cost less than $1 million. It's horrible, though. Why is Bug Blocker 8 horrible? What the heck happened there? That's actually really bad news. Hopefully the next one's going to be a while away. I don't want to see another one of those come out for a while. Interestingly, though, Cashbook 2 is going to be November 2017. So just over a year away. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting seeing how Bug Blocker ends up doing. It's not hugely crippling for the company. Rodrigo Oliver has retired. You were, oh, for God's sake. Yeah, so Rodrigo Morris, the original leader for Customer Support 1, retired. I replaced him with Rodrigo Oliver, who was with us for 33.5 years. Wow, okay. That's a significant amount of time. Let me go back to customer support. Let me go to employees. Let me sort by lead skill. You're 61. You're 49. So Odell Carroll, you are going to become the leader of the team. We do need to educate you in HR. So start that education. And that means HR is not a thing that can be enabled for Customer Support 1. So I need to remember to turn that back on when Odell comes back from education. But it is about to be the end of April 2016, which means we can have a look at how Cashbook and Bug Blocker wind up doing. I am concerned, to say the least. Definitely concerned. Let's look at the reviews to begin with. So Cashbook is looking okay for the price. We don't expect it to sell. And then Bug Blocker 8 is... it doesn't look good. So it's too expensive for what you get. We don't expect it to sell. Hopefully they port it. Bug Blocker 8 didn't actually make anything. It sold nothing. That's incredible. Bug Blocker 8 is dead in the water. Like, that's legitimate. Wow. Let me put it in some operating systems up here. Let me just chuck it on to like everything back to that operating system that still has 2.9 million active users. The original Frame OS from 1988 has that many active users. That's incredible. So we're going to get that ported. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to cancel that because that might be getting ported to a lot of operating systems that we can't currently actually develop for. So I want to put it on all of those, but then I want to take some stuff out of there. So I don't want it on the OS 8. We haven't released that yet. Nerdbox 3, I don't want it on that either. And Nano 2 isn't out yet either. So port it to all of those. There we go. That was remarkably quick. That was like 64 operating systems and it was ported within 5 minutes. That probably says a lot about how Bug Blocker 8 was treated. I'm honestly surprised at that. I'm not really sure why it was horrible. But there you go. So what's the next release in 2016? Next release is going to be Nano 2 in July. Following that, we have... what exactly? August, Taskmaster. And then in December, we have our game engine, Vertex. Very excited for the game engine because it means we can start using that for all of our new systems. It means we can start porting to... We can port Vertex to pretty much everything. Let me have a little look at deals in here just to see... Or distribution, rather. So yeah, there is just a lot of that thing in storage, that game or whatever it is that they want. It was called Delegation something. I doubt it's a game. Yeah, delegation stuff 17. I'm gonna throw my hands up and say that that's probably not a game, and if it is a game, then I was gonna say it's probably a boring one, but I mean, it might not be. Software Inc. on the surface doesn't sound like the most exciting game, and I don't know if exciting is the word I'd use to describe it, but it's definitely an interesting game. It's definitely a fun game. So yeah, I guess names, much like looks, can be kind of deceiving. Anyway, it is June of 2016. I want to have a look at Bug Blocker. Bug Blocker is not selling. That's actually really, well, it's to be expected, I suppose. It's not better than the last one. And I assume that somewhere on the market there's antivirus software that's actually good. Like, I have to imagine, yeah, there's Crime Stopper there. There's Anti-Crime Filter. Can I sort by antivirus very quickly? Because I'd like to see an antivirus software that there's like no active users on these. 1,000, 206,000 on Anti-Sniffer Watch 2, which was mediocre and came out in 2012. Made 10 million though. Is that the highest amount of active users on an antivirus software? 280,000 on that one, 16 million. So Spyware Fighter from Alpha Face. Oh wow, that's Wave. Never mind. So there is less than 1 million people using antivirus software. So it's maybe not really worth investing in. I mean, I'm going to keep it going because Bug Blocker 9 is going to be automatically made. But it does have, like, it's a 200% development time thing. So I don't imagine Bug Blocker 9 getting released within the next couple of years, which is probably fair. Here's a question. How old is my character at the moment? If we have a little look for me, how old is my character? I've been with the company for the longest, so I should be there. I am 56 years old. 8 more years at this company. Emma Gallagher retired. Fair enough. 18 years at the company. Okay. You're designing it, but you're not competent. You'll be alright. Let me have a look again. 36 years. Crystal Schneider will be retiring within the year. Who's the oldest at the company? How many people are going to be retiring soon? Quite a few. We're not... Oh, Avery Swanson's going to be leaving. Avery Swanson's going to be leaving in a couple of years. Fair enough. Oh, Nano 2's been released. Beautiful. How's Nano 2 looking? That's a question I need answered. Nano 2 is great, which is good. Let's start printing some copies of that. So Nano 2 is great. It's £447, which is actually significantly less than, let's say, half the price. Oh, well, no, it's not. It's more than half the price, but that is significantly less than the original Nano, which came out about 3 years ago. Last month, Nano made 1.9 million. The OS 7... Wow, Kingdom Tycoon did not make money. The OS 7 made 1.8. Wave 10, 5.2. So Nano was still making money, which is not bad. Hopefully Nano 2 will do a better job. Hopefully we'll see some good things there. In fact, can I port some things to it? Like if I go into... say game... Well, you know what? We have Vertex releasing at the end of this year. Let's not worry about it. We'll port Vertex to the new systems. That seems like it would make some pretty good sense. But I'm very curious to see how Nano ends up doing. And then next month, we have Taskmaster as well. So many releases in 2016. I'm really enjoying this. I know I've not really done much. I realize I've not done much today other than get the marketing team. I'm just sitting back and watching releases, so I do apologize for that. I mean, I did get the marketing team. I did replace a couple of people. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Next episode, which is part 20, is probably going to be quite long. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go until 2020. Because we'll have a lot of things out. We'll be getting the OSA in September 2020. We'll not see NS Dimensions get released, unfortunately, but we're going to go until 2020. We're going to do that in one episode, and part 20 of this series will be the last part, because I have some ideas for future Software Inc. series. I have some ideas I discussed on a live stream recently that I think a lot of you will be very interested in. I've got some like mini-series ideas that I think will be quite fun. So yeah, rather than drag this out over another like 6, 7, possibly 8 episodes, I'm just going to wrap it up in the next one, because I don't think there's much point in dragging this out any longer. Because like I said, I'm not doing that much anymore. I am just watching things get released, and I don't think that's very exciting, and I don't think that warrants another like 8 episodes, because at this point, each episode is winding up being like a year. So it would take a while to go until my character retires. So we'll go until 2020, which is when we get the Holo computers and when we'll have a bunch of things releasing. What are the reviews for Nano 2? It's great value, probably not going to sell all that much. That's fine. Did Nano 2 make money? 10 million last month. Not bad. Not bad at all. I will take it. Now let's go ahead and port Bug Blocker to it if we can, because why not? So Nano 2. Put Bug Blocker on there. Cashbook will work on it. Kingdom Tycoon, I don't think we can port to... Oh, we can port it to Nano 2. And you know what? We'll put it on Frame View as well. Actually, no, we'll not. Because that was released in 2003. Nano 2 can have Kingdom Tycoon. Wave 10, I don't think can go on Nano 2. No, it can't. That's fine. Digital Desk can also not go on Nano 2. Cattlefield, can it go on? Yes, it can. So it's going to go on there. There we go. So we'll get those ported. Cattlefield, still 2.5 million last month, 1.8 million active users. That's pretty good news. And I imagine having a couple of games on Nano 2 immediately is going to be some pretty good stuff as well. So I'm curious to see what the sales of Nano 2 might be. It is a phone operating system. You can now play Cattlefield on your phone. What does Cattlefield run on? What is this press release as well? FrameView 6 has been announced. Wait a minute. Why are we announcing that FrameView 6 is going to be a thing? Like, we're officially announcing it 2 years, under 2 years from release. That's a long time to be marketing something for release. Right, I want to look at Kingdom Tycoon. No, I want to look at Cattlefield. I want to look at details and I want to see what it runs on. So, oh yeah, it runs on like everything. That's fine. All right, let's speed things up. I want to see what kind of profits we're going to be looking at. I want to see if Cattlefield profits are maybe going to go up. I want to see if Nano 2 profits are going to go up. I want to see some good money. And I want to see it soon. Is what I want. So when is the next release again? It is the end of the year. It is December 2016 is when we release Vertex, which will be interesting. I kind of feel like getting a couple more game development teams. Battlefall Arena of Death. Okay. Is that always what we were working on? I don't know if it was. So Taskmaster just been released. Nano 2, 23 million last month. Cattlefield, 2 million. 23 million is not bad, though. Not bad at all. Taskmaster is going to be an interesting one. Are we printing copies of Nano 2? Yeah, we are. Okay. Were we always developing that? Battlefall Arena of Death? Is there something else that we've got that we don't have a franchise thing for? Or is it just... I think it is just that. So Wave 11, January 2018. Antivirus doesn't have a time yet. August 2021 for that. May 2019 for that. December 2016 for Vertex is fine. Digital Desk 2, July 18. Squareface 4 in October 2017, so just over a year's time. Battlefall Arena of Death is coming in September 2018. Then Cashbook 2 next November. The following October is Nerdbox 3. 2020 is the OS 8. And 2019 is Nano 3. So Nano 3 is a few years out, which is actually kind of nice because I'm pretty sure it was 3 years between the original Nano and Nano 2. So it seems to be 3 years between every Nano release. So yeah, I did totally forget about Taskmaster coming out. I'm curious to see how that ends up doing. It needs to make $1 million. Well, it needs to make $2 million to be reasonably profitable. So hopefully that'll make some money. Because, I mean, Bug Blocker 8 was a flop. Kingdom Tycoon was pretty much a flop. Neither of those made money. Vision 3D Edition 2 was a flop. So, Taskmaster made $1.1 million. That's not terrible. That is definitely not terrible. Nano 2, $17 million last month. Cattlefield, wow, that took a drop. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Sort of. It's not really. Taskmaster is looking okay for the price. We don't expect it to sell. We need to make a name for ourselves in that market. Okay. Alrighty, it is December of 2016. I've just gone ahead and turned on HR for Customer Support 1, and Vertex has finally been released, which is very exciting news. Apparently September 28th, no, that's the wrong thing, never mind. I was looking at games and thought that was the next game engine, but it isn't. Vertex 2 is being designed, and Vertex, wow, 13 million. That costs 13 million. We are never going to make that back. That's a £35 game engine that cost 13 million to make. That's not being made back. Oh boy, good. Right, let's get this on a few systems here. Because, my god, we need to. So put on all of that. And then just put it on everything else. We kind of can't not put this on everything because we need to hope for the best, basically. I'm actually slightly concerned that Vertex cost so much money. What are the license fees on that? So the license... Oh, it doesn't tell me the licenses, does it? No, it does, doesn't it? The license cost is £7,000. Yeah, I'm subtly aware of the fact that a game engine is more of an investment for a company that'll pay itself back. Oh, FrameView 6. I didn't mean to put it on FrameView bloody 6. Yeah, a game engine is sort of a thing that'll pay itself back in the things that you make with it, as opposed to something that's going to pay itself back in any other way. So this needs to not go in that. You know, I think this has changed. I think it used to be that if you cancelled a porting job, it would cancel all of the work that you did, but I just cancelled that one, and this is actually still letting me do this. Which is really nice, actually. I don't know if that is actually a change, or if I've just never noticed that it doesn't actually remove the port jobs, but there you go. We'll get it ported to all those. I guess we'll see what happens. I can't imagine a game engine is going to... I mean, hold on. 30... So, 13.9... Let's do 14 million. So, 14 and 6 zeros divided by 35 is 400,000. So this needs to sell 400,000 units to break even. Okay. That might very well be a bit tricky. That might be a little bit tricky for a game engine. I'm not convinced it's going to sell 400,000 units ever. But we'll see. Game is going to tick over to January. It sold 12,000 units. That's to be expected. Nano made 7 million last month. And that is, Oh, that is never going to make money. That is straight up never going to make money. Which is annoying. April 2022 is the next vertex. I mean, it's great value. Probably not going to move many copies. We are now a full 6-star company, though. Which is great. Everyone's sort of just kind of content with my work, I guess. I don't know. Vertex, you know, not selling, kind of disappointing, but that is going to happen. What do we have releasing in 2017 then? So, we have Squareface 4, and we have Cashbook 2. And that's it. We don't have much this year. In 2018, we'll see Battlefall Arena of Death. It'll see Taskmaster 2. It'll see Nerdbox 3. It'll see Frameview 6, which is a big one. It'll see Wave 11. So I guess, in a way, if we look at it this way, 2016 was a big year. We released quite a few things in 2016. We released 5 pieces of software in 2016, one of which didn't make money at all. One of which is never going to make money. The other thing to point out with Vertex, I suppose, is even though, you know, that was 13,702,000 over the course of however long that was in development for, that wasn't just suddenly a 13 million cut. So, I feel like a game engine, if we do use it in future projects, will be pretty good. I do want to look at details, though, because I want to see what it features. So, it has HD audio, 3D rendering, 3D assets. It has everything, doesn't it? So, that's fine. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, 2017 is going to be a bit more of a lull year for the company. 2018, I think, is going to be a big year. 2019 has NS Vision. 2019 also has Nano 3. Then 2020 currently has the OS 8. And that's pretty much it. So, ladies and gents, that's going to be it for today. Next episode, whenever it is, it'll be in a day or two. Next episode is going to be a fairly lengthy one because I'm going to be taking us from here, the beginning of 2017, right up until the beginning of 2021. We're going to be covering 4 years of time in the next episode, and then we're going to wrap things up. We're going to get ourselves the Holo computers. We're going to upgrade every system in the company. We're going to have a bunch of releases, and we're going to go out with a bang. We're going to see, you know, what we can do, how much money can we make. Can we get back up to having over 2 billion in the bank? I would imagine so. Can we, you know, get to a point where we are like the 3rd, possibly the 2nd most valuable company? Could we become the 2nd most valuable company? I reckon we could. Either way, we're going to see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Software Inc. Alpha 9 Part 19. Next episode, Part 20. The final one in this series, but not our final look at Software Inc. just yet. So thank you kind of for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!